Leute, jetzt los! Noemi, du musst das Schwung nehmen. Ja. Stimmt, Anlauf gibt's auch noch. Du bist nicht erwischt. Jetzt mit Anlauf. Ja, vorhin kommt das Rad und wieder Elias, mach das mal mit Anlauf.
Ja, ich geh mal rückwärts runter, letzte Minute. Ja, ich geh mal rückwärts runter, leg dich mal rückwärts hin.
Der braucht Anlauf, Jungs.
folgende Info für die Mannschaftsführer. Bitte um 10 Uhr Mannschaft eintreffen. Further information, all team captains, please go to the top of 10 o'clock.
To the top, 10 o'clock.
Wir sagen nochmal herzlich willkommen am Sachsen-Energie-Eiskanal zum Skeleton World Cup. Für alle, die es nicht mitbekommen haben, das startet heute alles eine Stunde später, zumindest am Anfang. Ich begrüße ganz herzlich schon den Fanclub von Corona Leipzig. Habt ihr eine gute Anreise gehabt? Alles bestens? Seid ihr noch gut durchgegangen? Die Jeans nicht ganz einfach schon vom Video schon? Gut, okay. Ja, dann gehen wir uns an. Wir sind natürlich gespannt und möchten euch an dieser Stelle alle herzlich begrüßen. Und wenn sich die Schülerinnen und Schüler hören können, wir haben für euch in Kufenstübel ein paar Sachen vorbereitet. Ihr könnt mal ausprobieren, wie sich so ein Skeleton-Schild anschiebt. Ja, und auch die Bierrolle verüben. Ja, werft euch den unten ruhig noch ein kleines bisschen auf, eine halbe Stunde brauchen und dann geht's los mit dem Skeleton-Weltcup-Abend. Ja, willst du mir das sagen, dass es losgeht? Du warst schon eingeschaltet. dass ich ja sonst zusammengerissen habe. Das ist halt der
offiziell noch einmal hier vom Zielbereich. Und zwar haben wir gerade die Information bekommen, dass der erste Lauf der Damen-Skeleton-Konkurrenz um 11:19 Uhr gestartet wird. with official information from all the competitors who will start the first heat of the skeleton ribbon competition at 11:19. First race time 11:19. 11:19 Uhr also erst mit großer Verspätung, aber wir sehen es ja alle, die Witterungsbedingungen sind jetzt nicht gerade ideal und da braucht das Team dann auch ein bisschen Zeit, um dann entsprechend alles so zu präparieren, dass wir hier auch tolle Weltcup-Wettbewerbe erleben dürfen. 11:19 Start am Start, erster Lauf, Skeleton Garden. 11:19 we will start the first heat of the skeleton ribbon competition. 11:19. So, und nochmal die Information für die Vorläufer. Also 11:07 Uhr starten wir dann den ersten Vorschritten. 11:07 we will start the first high set. 11:07 we start the time for the first high set. So, auch hier noch eine wichtige Information bezüglich des Prozederes. Wir werden also bei den Skeleton-Frauen nur einen Lauf sehen. Es gibt nur einen Wertungslauf. Bei den Männern im Teamwettbewerb ganz normal, wie es vorgesehen war. Aber das Wichtige ist bei den Frauen nur ein Lauf. The next important information for the competitors, we will just one heat at the women's skeleton competition. For the women's skeleton competition, we have only one heat and we will start at 11:19.
komm, komm! Geht der Typ, wenn ich so bin, nur noch schlau.
Ja, die haben bedankt von mir. Ich hab gesagt, Achtung, Auto, die haben dann gesagt, oh, Achtung, dann hier, da hier. Auch doch den.
Ja, guck mal, meine Schnalle ist eingefroren. Kann ich nicht mehr bewegen. Ich will mal wissen, wie viel Luftballon herrschieben. Ey, wir haben minus 5 Grad hier. Ja, vielleicht ist er ja hier. Aber 6 Stunden.
Guck mal, wie man Geld weitergeht.
Das ist crazy. Oh mein Gott. Das ist Stabi.
Niemand, aber überhaupt nicht.
Nein, nicht bei mir.
Nach dem Rest.
gefällt, dass ich schon wachsen mit ihr. Good. Ein bisschen runter, so was jetzt geht. Lass mal runtergehen. Ja.
Lass mal runtergehen.
So, wir schauen mal auf die Uhr. Also die offizielle Fahrzeit 10:51, Official Track Time 10:51. Da werden wir uns nochmal aus der Sprechkabine in wenigen Minuten geht's dann los. 11:19 Uhr starten wir den ersten auch einzigen Lauf bei diesem vor uns geltenden Weltcup-Wochenende in Altenberg mit den Skeleton Damen. Geht's also los, 11:19 Uhr, 11:19 we start the first and the only heat of the skeleton women competition. This was the Skeleton World Cup weekend in Altenberg. Diejenigen, die den Weg hierher gefunden haben und sich nicht im Stillgestöber verirrt haben, sagen wir hallo, herzlich willkommen auf unserem Gleiskanal zu diesem offiziellen Weltcup-Wochenende. Wie gesagt, es geht heute los mit den Skeleton-Wettbewerben. Und dort ganz nach dem Motto Ladies first beginnen die Frauen, danach die Männer und dann wird es auch noch Teamwettbewerb geben. Das also das Programm für heute. Der Sonnabend und der Sonntag, da steht dann ganz im Zeichen der Bob-Wettbewerb.
noch 10 Minuten bis zum Start der Vorläufer.
Herzlich willkommen am Sachsen-Energie-Eiskanal in Altenberg. Guten Tag. Da kommt schon etwas zurück, aber das klingt eher so, als ob ihr keinen Bock habt auf diese Veranstaltung. Oder habt ihr etwa Lust? Ich will noch jetzt ein kleines für die Stimmung nehmen. Ich bin noch in Roma. Ich sage 3, 4 und ihr was für ordentliche Karte. Okay? 3, 4. Das hat übrigens angerufen. Wichtig ist, auch klatschen geht, da muss man aber die Handschuhe ausziehen. Oder kriegen wir das mit Handschuhen hin? Wir versuchen mal einen Applaus, wenn unsere Skeleton-Pilotinnen hier reinkommen. Also jetzt mal ordentlich Krach machen. Im Rahmen der Möglichkeiten geht das. Aber wir wollen uns natürlich ein kleines bisschen bewegen. Eine Stunde Zeit haben wir auch noch, bis dann endlich der erste Lauf stattfindet. Und deswegen Schwung. Könnt ihr mal echt langsam ein kleines bisschen warm springen und hüpfen.
So, wir 5 Minuten bis zum Start der Vorläufer.
Was ich Lehrer? Ich hab diesen Mann, der hat mir irgendwie erklärt.
Du musst da irgendwas drücken, ja, den Körper.
Wozu hast du das Reifenpräsident?
Warte mal, der aber das kannst du sagen,
Hello and welcome to snowy Altenberg in Saxony as we get ready for race 4 of the IBSF Women's Skeleton World Cup. Well, the start of the weekend has already been hit by some pretty strong snow, and what should have been a 2-heat race starting at 9:30 this morning is going to be a 1-heat race. We will start at the time that we're expected to go for the second and deciding heat on this track in the heart of Saxony, in the Sächsische Schweiz. They call this area of the Erzberg Mountains, and it's living up to that today. Well, Elena Nikitina of Russia is the start record holder. Nikitina, winner on this track back in 2018, 2019. But this has been a happy hunting ground for one particular German athlete, Tina Hermann. No German slider has been more successful on this track in skeleton than Tina Hermann, with 7 World Cup wins, 7 wins on this track in a row, including 2 World Championships. Well, it's a tough track, very quick and pretty demanding. Long straightaway here down into the Kreisel, one of the signature corners on any track. The red flag there shows you where you should be getting off, down into the lower part of the track. Corner 11 and 12, then the 13-14 crossover. Exit 14 over the brow, dropping down into corner 15 and 16. And then the final turn, 17, as they come across the line. And and out once more into the open. Now, quite a lot of the track is open, and in this weather, that may not be good. 15 minutes ago, I didn't think we were going to get a start because it was snowing heavily once more. 2 or 3 times this morning the snow has abated and then come back with a vengeance. And at the moment, miraculously, we do seem to be in a relatively snow-free zone. This is a few minutes ago in the warm-up area. Well, there's different kinds of warm-up on the snow days. Didn't see that before. That is superb. This is the parking lot just up behind the start building. And as you can see, exposed. This was 10 or 15 minutes ago to a lot of snow. So the athletes trying to warm up and get ready for this one heat race. Track workers have been doing a lot of sweeping. They've also actually been doing a lot of not sweeping. There was 3 or 4 centimetres of snow in the track 10 minutes ago. It looks like that has all gone. So our start list, well, Fernstedt, Nicole Silveira and Olympic champion Hannah Neiser, the first 3 away. So they will give us an indication of what the track is like. Hannah Fernstedt knows this place well. And so, of course, does Hannah Neiser. And we have 34 sleds in our 33 sleds, I beg your pardon, in our start list. The fastest 25 will go through into the second heat, or would go through into the second heat, but in fact they will be ranked in a one heat race. Getting race 4, single heat race underway here in Altenberg. Anna Fernstedt of the Czech Republic finished tied 15th in the last World Cup race here last season, but did take her only World Cup bronze medal on this track, or one of her 2 on this track in 2017-2018. She grew up as part of the German program and knows this track inside out. And on tracks like this, the time that she gives away at the start is going to be less of a handicap. It is looking remarkably clear. The real problem when the snow comes is if you drift offline to the edges of the track, there may still be snow there. Into the Kreisel. Looking for that 3rd wave exit. Great exit from Anna Fernstedt. Well, she really is going to lay down a marker here. We haven't got anything to compare her against from the first heat. Nice out of 14. Got to just control the rises in 15 and 16 without pushing too hard. 62.08. Don't know how that is going to line up, but for the moment, Anna Fernstedt is our leader.
08, the time for Anna Fernstedt. Aufruf damit jetzt
16th and 8th in the first 2 races of the season in Pyeongchang. 8th again in Beijing. Well, a nice looking load. But it's what she does when she's on the sled that makes the difference. You can see it is a slower track. You can sweep as much snow as you like off, but it does make the ice a bit slower. So for Brazil, Nicole Silveira, 30-year-old, her first World Cup podium came in Pyeongchang in the season opener, got a bronze medal there. Her best result on this track, a 9th place finish. She was 24th in last year's race. 5.64, so a 10th up. This is the 30th World Cup start for Nicole. Key area of the track, the exit of Omega. She rattles into the wall between 5 and 6, or between 4 and 5. And then through 7, 8, corner 9, named after the great Harold Tudai. Puts you onto this straight. She meanders a little bit down the straight into the Kreisel. 1:02.5, slightly better speed for Nicole Silveira. And that's partly as a result of her better start. Still slightly better speed. 2300s up on Anna Fernstedt. Nicely out of 14. This is a good looking run. Nice quiet stuff from her Bromley sled. And across the line, 6:1.89. So 0.2 of a second advantage, very nearly for Nicole Silveira of Brazil.
For Nico Rocha Silveira.
Third and sixth in the two races in Pyeongchang, so a really good start to the season. She then came back to Europe, did not race in Beijing. Well, here's the exit of turn 9, Chudai. Just had to fight a little bit of late steer. Got about the right line onto the Kreisel. And that second oscillation is the high one. The third one, you're looking for the flag to try and drive yourself off. Our Olympic champion is next up, Hannah Neisser of Germany. 32nd World Cup start for Hannah on home ice here in Germany. The 24-year-old has never finished out of the top 10 here. Last year, though, took her only podium finish on this track with a bronze. That was in the first of the two races. And finished 8th in the second race, so she has got patchy form here. Not looking too bad, but off a 5.78 start, not as quick as Anna Fernstedt. She's going to struggle. She's got better speed exiting the Kreisel than Nicole Silveira, and she has a lead. This is the Tina Hermann School of Sliding in Altenberg. Is she going to take the reins of Tina Hermann? Tina retired just before the season. 3,400s up, that's an excellent run off a very average start, 5.78.
For Hannah Neisser. Jetzt also bitte wieder kehren. Bitte kehren.
Tracking out, you can hear in the background, former Olympic weightlifter Mark Huster, who lives in nearby Dresden. He's been the track speaker here for 5 or 6 years now, maybe longer, 6 or 8 years. Well, not the tidiest exit of 4, so she loses speed there, but has the lead. Don't forget, 1 and done today in this race. Now, if it remains clear, the men's race later might well be a 2-heat race. Wearing the yellow jersey is our World Cup points leader, Great Britain's Freya Tarbit, 24-year-old. Only her 12th World Cup start. One previous World Cup race here, that was last season. Last race in Europe before the Worlds. And she finished in 20th place. She's had 1 Europe Cup outing here as well before that. So far her World Cup season, 4th in race 1. A couple of hundredths off the podium in the season opener in Pyeongchang. Went out and won the second day. And then was a bronze medalist in Beijing a couple of weeks ago. So she's our World Cup points leader. 2 podiums so far this season. Best result of 20th place on this track. 5.58 gives her 2/10 over the current leader, Hannah Neisser. And Freya has really come on well this season, but little mistakes early on. Out of 4, clean into 5. So she's got a slender advantage, but it's got from 2/10 down to under 1/10, and now she's in the red behind Hannah Neisser. Well, good exit out of Udai, down the straight. 3rd best speed only into the Kreisel. Still looking neat and tidy. 4th best speed at the moment. She's going to be behind Hannah Neisser, Nicole Silveira and Anna Fernstedt. 8/10 away, not finding the speed, not too many big mistakes. I don't think it's a snow-affected run either. 62.70. So Freya Tarbit will lose the World Cup points lead after that run.
7-0.
So 20th here last year. Is that going to be enough to put her in the top 10? Again, here you can see the sled tracks, everybody else pretty much to sliders left. And she got a little too much of a skid going, and there, the tail not playing the game, just putting her sideways into the Kreisel. Well, it's been a great start to the season. Strong start to season 2 for Austria's Janine Flock, as you would expect. And Janine in World Cup start number 108 today. A silver medal and 3 bronze medals here. There's not one on this track, but she's got great podium performance. European silver behind winner Tina Hermann 2 races ago. 4th best speed off the 4th best start. And she, quite a lot of oscillation in corner 4. Got clean onto 5, just about. She's very much in the style of a classic German slider. Makes her speed on the ice, not at the start line. Best speed in the Kreisel. Here we go. This is where Janine comes from behind. Nice looking run so far. The gap is down, right down to a few hundred per second. Best speed. Needs to keep it clean out of 16 and 17 and across the line. 100th of a second back. Wow. That was within touching distance all the way down. She was 400ths up on Hannah Neitzer at the start, drifted away 1300ths back before corner 9, and then 100th away at the line. Another excellent run for Austria's Janine Flock. Wasn't on the podium in the last World Cup outing here. Next up, and her family are watching in the bleachers at the bottom, is Bavaria's Corinna Leipold. Hannah Neitzer, her teammate, is our leader. 1 heat race here in Altenberg for the women's skeleton. 28-year-old, the reigning Europe Cup champion. She'll know this track intimately as well. They very frequently use Altenberg in the selection races and for pre- and post-season training. Decent getaway, 5:68. She's got the lead over the Olympic champion. Ooh, had to work a little too hard there. 4 to 5 was a bit leggy. And it's my imagination, or is the sled just over-rotating under her? Out of corner 9, nice exit. A lot of heels in the air. 3rd best speed, 600ths behind Hannah Neitzer. And don't forget, Hannah Neitzer and Janine Flock separated by just 100th. Only the 5th best speed. It's going away from Corinna Leipold. She's 6th sled on ice, 3rd best speed at the bottom. And across the line, 4th place, behind Nicole Silveira, but ahead of Anna Fernstedt. Anna Fernstedt's hopes of a medal with getting the best ice, or the cleanest, less snowy ice, have disappeared, I'm afraid. 101.94 for Corinna Leipold. It's only her 4th World Cup start. She does know this Altenberg track well. Of course, we haven't been able to slide on her home track, Königssee in Bavaria, for a few years. Yeah, came in the wrong side onto the Kreisel, had too much early height. See, she does a lot of leg work. But Corinna Leipold currently in 4th position. Next up, Zhao Dan of China. 3 World Cup races here. The best of an 11th in race 2 in January 2023. And our most recent race winner. Zhao Dan. The 3 races in Korea and China had 3 first-time winners. And Zhao Dan, the most recent of them. Amelia Coltman, race 1, Freya Tarbit, race 2, Zhao Dan, race 3. Well, if Haniza wins, as she is the current leader, it won't be a first-time winner here. If Zhao Dan beats her, that won't be a first-time win either. Well, let's see what she's got. 18th in the last race here, best of 11th in Altenberg, 5:65. She was 5th and 11th in Korea and gold in Beijing. Ooh, working hard in corner 4, spreading the legs to just stabilise the rear of the sled. Puts the tiny little grooves at the back of the runners that the athletes and coaches laughingly call knives. Puts them onto the ice, just rocks the sled back a little on its runners, gives them more control, as it does take speed away. Only the 6th best speed for Zhao Dan. Top 5 at the moment. Can she close on Corinna Leipold, or will that gap grow? No, the gap is growing, and only the 6th best speed. So she'll be behind Anna Fernstedt, maybe behind Freya Tarbit as well. No, just ahead of Freya Tarbit. Tarbit, 1.1 seconds off. Did not have a good run. It didn't look that awful. She was clearly working hard, fighting the sled. So Zhao Dan, 6th place, currently out of 7 sleds. Don't forget, no second heat. I forgot once, but I think I've got away with it. Tiny bit of over-rotation. You see the sled rocking around in the grooves. Not a bad exit, though, out of corner 14. Still in cold, icy weather, they'd be rocketing up into the finish there, not arriving on foot. So, Jackie Pfeiffer, what can she do? 29-year-old in her 65th World Cup race. Won here in 2016-17 and 17-18. For Elena Nikitina won the next season, and Jacka took the silver. And then Tina Hermann has won every race since. 5:84 getaway. 10th and 4th in Pyeongchang, 5th in Beijing. This is a track that she knows well, and she should be able to dig herself out of the starting hole that she has. Slowest getaway so far, 5:84. Still 8th on the splits, out of corner 9. Little bit meandery down the straights, which shows that the line wasn't right. 3rd best speed into the Kreisel, 3rd best speed out of the Kreisel. She really needed top speed there. Still 3,800s back. The gap continues to grow. So she's behind Nicole Silveira of Brazil, 3rd best speed. She's going to drop behind Corinna Leipold, and she's just behind Anna Fernstedt by 200s. I was going to say ahead of, but behind. Amazingly, very little snow falling at all. There's barely a flake in the air, but in mild and damp conditions, which is what you get with snow, I think the track is frosting up. You have to keep the refrigeration on, otherwise the snow starts to melt the ice surface. The problem is, a snow day is usually a very humid day. Let's see what Kimberly Boss got, our World Cup champion. Bronze medalist here, 3 races to go. First of the races in 22-23 season, 5:50. 8th, 9th and 6th so far this season. So has not hit the podium yet. Again, track she knows well. Working hard in 4. Another Bromley slider. You can hear how quiet the sled is. drifting a little hard on the straight. Second best speed into the Kreisel though. She's building her advantage, or she was. Now it's dropped back. Only the 5th best speed, 1600s, brush on the wall. She goes uphill, that's not going to help. 500s in it, 7th best speed. She's not going to have the lead over Hannah Neiser. She's not going to be second. She should be 3rd at the line. Pinballs out of the final corner, 101.69. Best result here is that bronze medal 3 races ago. She currently lies in 3rd, behind the near dead heat. Janine Flock 2nd, 100th. Ahead of her is Hannah Neiser. Well, that would have been a good run to set her up for a second heat, just to try and settle the sled a bit. They didn't train yesterday. Last day of training was Wednesday. Conditions were very different, and so you are guesstimating your setup. A little 11-12 crossover there, not helping. Kristen Bromley with the sled. Hannah Neiser still in the leader's box. Still see on her visor, even though she's been off the track for 10 minutes, the moisture on the visor. For Great Britain, Tabby Stoker. So let's see what she can produce. 10th of our 33 starters, her 12th World Cup start. Tab's the winner in La Plan last season. Raced here in the Europe Cup in December 2023, took a Junior European Championship silver medal, and then her only World Cup start was in February of this year. In the last race we had here, she finished in 10th place. Mixed season for her, 18th and 5th in Pyeongchang. She was 2nd in Korea after the first heat of race 1, or was she the leader? 2nd. And then 11th in Beijing. Just drifting a little offline. Olga corner 4 is absolutely critical. Had to scramble on the exit for 5. Through 7, 8, and then corner 9, the upper labyrinth. Nice exit onto the straight. 2700s up, but only the 10th best speed. She's going to be behind at the line. Hannah Neiser had the best speed exiting the Kreisel, and it was 102.4, not 99.4. So Tabs is going to drop back down, and at the moment this will be out of the medals. She's not going to be close enough. Kimberly Boss 1400s back, 6th position behind Nicole Silveira and Corinna Leipold. The podium remains Hannah Neiser, Janine Flock and Kimberly Boss. Tabby Stoker 4200s back. Well, a race of 2 halves, very good top half, and then drifted away below corner 6. Next to the 9, you can see she's working a little hard just to get the line she wants. A big skid front and the back of the sled, arguing with the driver. Those waves and weaves as she came onto the Kreisel. She has to work to try and dig the runners into the ice to stop that happening. Mystique Rowe, bronze medalist on this track in the last race here in February. 5:37, excellent starting again from Mystique Rowe. Only her 12th World Cup race. She drifted a little between 2 and 3 there, didn't she? Let's see what she's got on the exit of 4. Bang! Big hit in the wall. And that is going to just destroy her speed. She'll be lucky to be in double digits in the green at the next clock. 300ths of a second from 3700s. Oh, and a huge second wave in the Kreisel. Whoa, does not have the control of the sled that she needs. And this is really a little bit more about survival now than finesse. Well, the setup has not worked at all. Very disappointing, I'm afraid, today for Mystique Rowe. Whatever they guessed in terms of runners and how they've set the rock on the sled, it has not worked. She just didn't have control. She had plenty of speed.
Coltman aus Großbritannien.
As they say in those adverts, speed is nothing without control. And here you go, late exit, very high, right up by the woodwork. And that's not that she had the line wrong, it's just that she could hold the line. Amelia Coltman then, our first race winner this season. 28-year-old in her 15th World Cup race. It's been a mixed bag so far, hasn't it? Some really good runs and some really disappointed athletes. 5:65 getaway, so with a 1300ths of a second advantage. Ooh, working in 4, comes clean into 5. Through 7 and 8 and into turn 9. Tudai curve. On the straight. Come on, come back, baby, come back, come back. 4th best speed onto the Kreisel, but a pretty decent looking run through the Kreisel so far. Decent exit, slender lead. This might be enough for a podium run. Let's see what she's got at the bottom. 800s back, 3rd best speed. Kimberly Boss is 1400s back. It's going to be Kimberly Boss, Amelia Coltman, a little too much looping. It's Kimberly Boss. Got away from her down at the bottom of the track. 107, 108 kilometers now they're doing down there. 67 miles an hour. I took a big hit somewhere. Just a tiny little toe drag as she sets it up for the run down to curve 1. And here out of the Tudai curve. Just come on, baby, come on, baby. Just a little more work than you want to be doing, because she needs to get it over to the sliders left to get onto the Kreisel. And again, came onto the Kreisel just a little low maybe, and you saw the sled just starting to slide under her. And here, that's where the shoulder got hurt. Pinballing out of the final corner. Top 3 still Hannah Neiser, Janine Flog and Kimberly Boss. As we get to slider number 13 out of 33 in this one-heat race in Altenberg. 3 World Cup starts for Li Yuxi of China. 13th, 12th, and then 19th. Disappointing 3rd race on the track in February. World Cup best remains a 7th place finish in Beijing, not this year, but in last year's season opener. 20th and 23rd in Korea, only 15th on home ice 2 weeks ago. So Lee needs to find a bit of form, gets bumped away. Long toe drag, I think she actually ran down the wall a little as well, so most of the speed out of that 5:55 start will have gone by the second clock. Still with a slender advantage over the current leader, Hannah Neiser of Germany. It has gone, and the question now is how much speed can she keep on board? Working hard there. And the 13th best speed, so the slowest sled so far. Wow, that deteriorated fast, didn't it? th, 12th place. And across the line in 12th place, just tied with Freya Tarbit of Great Britain. All right, well, her previous best on this track, Liu Shi, is 12th. She is currently in 12th. There are a lot of sleds still to come. And a few of them have got good knowledge and good results on this Altenberg track. Look at the way the hips are swiveled, just dragging the toe a tiny bit as well, hovering it above the ice, hoping that that has some effect. First of our US siders is Sarah Roderick, 31-year-old. 12th World Cup start for her. 2 ICCs, a World Championships and 1 World Cup on this track. 5:45 getaway. Again, good strong start for Sarah Roderick. Her only World Cup appearance, she was 24th here in February, made the second heat. Now this is when the second heat would have been in our 1 heat race. So nobody is going to get cut. But still hoping to improve on a 24th place finish. 7th best speed at the Kreisel. She's still in the green. This is a very strong run. She's building her advantage. No, she's not. It's coming down a little. In fact, it's hard over Hannah Neiser. Oh, and there's the end of it. Hit the wall before you go uphill. That's going to really affect your speed. Look, she's gone from 2nd or 3rd speed to 9th speed to 12th speed, 7th at the line. That will be a significant improvement on her previous run here, or previous runs here for Sarah Roderick. That was a very good looking run. And that contact out of 14, that's really what hurts her. Hits the wall there, and the camera's not lying. You do come uphill over the brow there because the track rises to go over the outrun. So from there you sort of loop round underneath yourself. Beating herself up. Now for Canada, Jane Channel. 75th World Cup race this morning. Fantastic stuff, Jane Channel. Got good memories of this track for her silver medal here in the World Championships in 2020 in the team race with Dave Greshcheshin. Fantastic mixed team skeleton race in the Worlds then. 5:50, good starting still. 2 6th place finishes are her best results in World Cup racing in Altenberg. And again, looking like a nice smooth run. Look at Jane Channel and Janine Flock and think, yeah, they have a very similar sliding style. Nice and smooth. 3400s lead. She's barely lost anything, but only the 6th best speed onto the Kreisel. Janine Flock was fastest there. Hannah Neiser, 4 kilometers an hour quicker. So Jane Channel's lead is going to come right down. It's vanished. Only the 10th best speed. And where's she going to be at the line? 9th place. Well, she really held her advantage in the first part of the run down to about corner 9. And the speed drifted away. Major mistakes. Big first pressure in the Kreisel. She drops out of sight and then has to really work hard to stop the second one, leaving her late. Little touch there as well.
Jetzt also eine weitere Kehrpause und dann.
So Jane Channel in the top 10 at the moment, ahead of Anna Fernstedt. But there is your current race leader, Hannah Neiser, with 15 sleds out of our 33 already down. If there's one athlete who's got a love-hate relationship with the track in Altenberg, it might well be Valentina Margarga, the 31-year-old Italian, World Championship team's bronze medal in 2020. Behind the Canadians, the Italians. 6 World Cups here. She's crashed out of 2 of them. And she has produced great speed as well. She's been a silver medalist on this track. That was behind Tina Hermann and ahead of Yulia Kanakina. Back in 21-22. So is it win it or bin it today for Valentina? She needs to have a good solid run, actually, 5:38, because it's been a disappointing season start for all of the Italian skeleton team. So 4 tenths up on Hannah Neisser at the start, but again, working hard in 4. 4 to 5 has seen her crash out more than once. So she's gone out of her real bogey corner. Out of 9, how is she doing? Only the 15th best speed. The gap's gone down from half a second to 300ths. Only the 12th best speed. This is not going to be a medal for Valentina Margarga today. It's not going to be a top 6 finish. It's not going to be a top 10 finish. No speed at all at the bottom. 9 tenths back. So she is behind Zhao and ahead of Mystique Rowe. But again, she's keeping good company. Mystique Rowe, bronze medalist last time out here. Valentina, a bronze medalist as well on this track. Just drifts out and scrapes along the wall. That's where the speed goes, and then big first pressure. Very big second pressure, up in the frost. From Valentina Margarga to Kim Meiermans, the Belgian. She's in her 66th World Cup start, 7 World Cup races and 2 World Championships here. Best results in Altenberg, 2 5th place finishes in December 2021. Didn't race in China, 13th and 7th in Korea. Like Anna Fenstedt, began her sliding career in the German program. Nice looking run so far. Best speed of all for Kim Meiermans. She's got half a second and better speed than the Olympic champion. 2Ks down, though, on Hannah Neisser. So she's going to need all of that half second. This is where you make the medals, below the Kreisel. 3rd best speed. She's going to hang on for the lead here. This is a big run for Kim Meiermans. This might be the one that wins it. 101.34. Well, Hannah Neisser spent, what are we looking at there? About 30 minutes stood in the leader's box. And finally, Kim Meiermans comes across the line. There is Nicole Silveira with the jacket for her. It's not the coldest of days here in Saxony. And that was a good-looking run. There are mistakes. You saw them there. But look at the way she handles the Kreisel. Watch her toes. Tiny little drag just to stop it oscillating too high on both the first pressures. No, it was a good-looking run all the way, and she held that speed below the Kreisel and out of 14. So, game on now. What about Alessia Crippa of Italy? 27th World Cup start for the 24-year-old. She's done 2 World Championships, 3 World Cups here, 4 Europe Cups, 2 ICC races. Yeah, she's been here a few times. 5:49 getaway, just a couple of hundreds behind our new leader, Kim Meiermans. of Belgium. Like Valentina Margallo, Alessia Crippa could do with a good run. Oh, worked hard in 4, but got clean onto 5. Out of 6 into the upper labyrinth, 7, 8, corner 9. Oh, not a bad one onto the straight, tiny little tap away though. 8th best speed into the Kreisel. Does she get the X? She does. What's her speed like? It's gone. Lily Schneider must be getting increasingly frustrated, and the athletes, I think. Track is frosty, but just saw Kim Marmons produce the speed across the line, 1 second back. Alessia Crippa dropping into 13th place. She is tied with Zhao Dan of China. So we've got that tie, and then we've got a tie at the tail of the field, Freya Tarbit and Liu Shi of China. You see her steering there on the exit of Chudai. Just saw that right toe drop a fraction and wasn't enough to keep her off the wall on the run down to the Kreisel. She had to steer hard onto it. Always with a big smile on her face, Alessia Crippa. There's Kim Marmons putting on the layers. All right, so our final German slider is Susanne Kreher, silver medalist on this track in February, behind Tina Hermann. So in theory, with Hermann retired, she is the form athlete. So the last podium here, win number 7 in a row for Tina Hermann, with Susanne Kreher taking her 2nd silver medal in 3 starts, and Mystique Rowe in bronze. Well, Mystique Rowe is currently down in 16th place, so it is by no means a given. At the moment, the leaderboard, Kim Marmons, Hannah Neisser, Janine Flock. This is an opportunity for Susanne Kreher to produce something impressive, the 2023 world champion. 5:55. She gives away 600s to 800s to Kim Marmons. The start will be the least of her concerns. A nice run through 4. A little late maybe onto corner 5. 1800s back. That's rescuable if she is good through the Kreisel. Out of Chudai. Oh, just off the wall. 5th best speed. So she's not closing. Marmons was fastest of all onto the Kreisel. 4th best speed. Kim was still quicker. Gap has come down a whisker. Kim Marmons was about 6th fastest here. 1900s, the gap's coming down. Is there enough ice yet for her to mine for gold here? It's going to be close, not close enough. I think Kim Marmons might have seen Susanne Kreher as her biggest threat in the remainder of the field. Kreher in 2nd place, 100th ahead of Hannah Neisser and 200s ahead of Jean Flock. Now, were it not for Kim Marmons, the top 3 would have been covered by 200. That's a very tight battle. But she couldn't quite find the speed at the bottom, Susanne Kreher, to hold off Kim Marmons or to catch her up. Run into 2nd place. Now, what about Katie Uhlender? She's been a winner on this track in her 106th World Cup start. 5:70 for the American. World Championship silver medalist in 2008 behind gold medalist Anja Huber. Working hard in 4, still clips 5. Silver medalist behind Marion Baptiste in 2012-2013. 20th best speed at the Kreisel. Not a medal-winning run for Katie Eulander this morning. Are we this afternoon? Haven't had lunch, no. Not this afternoon yet. 16th at the start. 17th on the splits, 10th best speed. There's her knowledge of this track. 1:02.21, and Katie Eulander ending up in 14th place, just a whisker behind Jackie Pfeiffer.
Won the time and 14th place currently for Katie Eulander, USA.
So Katie Eulander, hugely experienced on this track, but not going to add to her 22 World Cup medals today. Looking to go to her 6th Olympic Games, 6th Winter Olympic Games in 2026. On the other end of the experience scale, Sarah Schmidt starting her 10th World Cup race, the 19-year-old. 28th and 12th in her 2 previous World Cup races here, 28th in February, 12th the year before, 5:64. She's had a bit of a mixed season. 30th, missed the cut in the first race of Pyeongchang, then 22nd in the second race, and 22nd in China as well. Ooh, big skid from 4 to 5. Half a second back, 12th fastest start, but out to 18th in the splits. Good exit out of Tudai. 6th best speed into the Kreisel as a result. That's really nice. Let's see how much she can climb up the order. Decent exit out of the Kreisel. 12th best speed. Lethra's best result here, a 12th place finish. 12th best speed, don't think she's going to get that today, but it should be her first top 20 result of the season. Across the line, 15th place. I think that will end up being inside the top 20. So Sarah Schmidt. 12th place here, one of her 2 best World Cup results. She's got 2 12th place finishes in the previous 9 races. And there's that skid from 4 into 5, and then 5 into 6, skids again. But that should be her first top 20 result of the season. So 20 sleds down. Kim Marmons leads from Suzanne Freya, Hannah Neiser. From Liechtenstein, first World Cup start of the season for Katharina Eigenmann. As you can see, being assisted by the German coaches. Bundestrainer Christian Bauder holding the lead for Katharina. Just 22, only her 8th World Cup race. But she's got decent experience here. 2 Europe Cup races, 2 Intercontinental Cup races, and that was a thing. And she raced here in February's World Cup encounter. Now, she didn't make the cut then, she finished in 30th place. Her World Cup best to this stage has been a 28th place finish. So let's see if she can find a little bit more pace. She's spent a couple of weeks here in Altenberg, getting ready for the race. 6:07. So she's going to need every bit of experience and skill. Little skid there from 2 to 3. Long toe steer in Omega, but it got a clean into 5. She's neat out of 6. Hasn't got an awful lot of speed on board, because she didn't build much at the start. Little late flop off corner 9. Good looking lines there so far from the slider from Liechtenstein. Not bad at all. Nice, quiet run. Oh, sideways out of 14 and hits the wall, and that's going to take a little bit of speed away, I'm afraid. Well, Freya Tarbit and Liu Chi are currently in 20th. And Katarina Eigenmann behind them, the 104.33. So best result here of 30th place. That might actually be enough to improve on that. And the World Cup career best of 28th might be achievable as well. Held the nose down a little too much, fighting the pressure in the Kreisel on that first wave. If she'd allowed it a little bit more to just rise underneath her, look how frosty the track is, how matte the surface is. And the problem there is, the more mistakes you make, the more sideways the runners get, the more the ice grabs it. For China, Liang Yuxin, the youngest athlete in World Cup this season, just 17 years of age, her 4th World Cup start, no previous races on this track. So she may have been here for training. She has not raced here at any level before now. Ooh. She's doing her learning in public, Liang. Not a bad exit out of Tudai. See the way the sled moves around, the athlete trying not to fight it. She did well there as well in the Kreisel. Just went with the flow. That's brave stuff. When you're oscillating up and down the way you do in the Kreisel, when you're feeling those G-forces grinding you into your sled. Across the line with a 103.73. So Liu Xi 20th, tied with Freya Tarbit, and Liang Yuxin 22nd. Top Chinese slider Zhao Dan also in a tie for 16th with Alessia Crippa. At the moment though, Liang Yuxin not in a tie with anybody, and that's only at the moment. Big toast here. He's looking up at the woodwork there briefly, just giving it that little glance. Oh, that's quite close. So for Estonia, Data Zunta, our 24th starter, only her 9th World Cup, her 7th now for Estonia after starting 2 for Latvia. Raced her in the World Champs in 2020 for Latvia, and has raced 5 times in Europe Cup and twice on the ICC here as well. So she does know the track. 5:69, not the fastest of starts. That's 17th out of the 24 sleds so far. Pretty clean up to corner 6. Not a bad exit out of Tudai. Eases the sled over again, tries to hold that first pressure a little too much, gets the big skid. Oh, and late off the Kreis as well, flops. And has gone from 18th to 24th best speed, so the slowest sled so far, and rubs the wall coming out of 14 as well, taking yet more speed out of the sled. This is going to drop her behind Katarina Eigenmann. It does not quite drop her behind Katarina Eigenmann. So 103.39. And that puts her 2/10 behind. In fact, no, ahead of Liang Yuxin. Again, holding that first pressure, you see the sled sliding all the weight on the back of the legs, just drifting the sled uphill when she's trying to hold the nose of it down. Maybe fighting it just a little too much. Swiss coaches doing some heavy lifting down at the bottom. And they're getting ready for this athlete, Julia Simson. Julia, her 11th World Cup start, and this is her home track, not Samaritz. And the reason this is a home track is that this is the part of Germany where the family lives. Her mum, Connie Simson, also slid skeleton. She slid for Germany. 21st place in the race here in February. And that remains her World Cup best result. 34th and 29th in Korea, a track she didn't know, and 23rd in Beijing, also a track she did not know. This young slider, just 22 years of age. 5.97, so she's going to have to drive herself into the top 20 to produce her World Cup best result. Now that is a possibility here. Nice run through 4, excellent into 5, clean through 6. Nice run so far. Out of 9, great exit. 20th best speed. Nice run through the Chrysler as well. Didn't fight it too hard, and there's the bonus. She's up to the 16th best speed. Nice exit out of 14. 19th best speed, looking to get into the top 20. 22nd on the splits. How close will she be? 22nd at the line. So she's not going to better her performance here in February. That might yet be her best result of the season so far. See, the wind is picking up now. It might mean more snow on its way. Or some good-looking lines from Julia Simson, and not too much work going on to keep them either.
Spain, please prepare your next.
So a bit more speed at the start would definitely help. Ana Torres Quevedo is next up. Kim Marman's the leader. And the Mirambel coaching the Spanish. 9th World Cup start for Ana. And last year, or in February, her only World Cup race on this track. Raced once here in the Europe Cup as well in December 2023. Ooh, shaking her head. She comes out of corner 2. Oh, and hits onto 4. Stop. She's got to stop beating herself up, because the track will do that if you take your eyes off it, if you lose your focus. Not often you see an athlete chiding themselves on the way down the run. Whoa, huge sec pressure. Really working hard to come off the Chrysler. Rattles the wall on the exit. Little looping height there as well. She can't really hold the line that she wants because the speed has gone away. 106.77 for Ana. So 26th place at the moment, behind Liechtenstein's Katharina Eigenmann. Little late exit there. Just a shake of the head. Ah! And again, late on the exit, hits the wall on the inside. Anna Zaulita of Austria. 21st place in Pyeongchang, her World Cup best result in her previous 5 starts. This is only World Cup number 6 for the 25-year-old. She's had half a dozen races on this track, 5:89 getaway. Little cleaner there. Out of corner 2 than we saw from Ana Torres Quevedo. Not a bad exit from 4. See her leaning it away from the wall to avoid the hit into 5. See how she's doing out of curve 9. Little late flop maybe. Fighting it too hard on the straight. 9th best speed. It's a good looking result at the moment. 16th best speed, where she was 24th fastest at the start. She's bringing speed though. A little clip on the wall there. 21st best speed. Looking to try and get into the top 20. How close at the line? 22nd place. Just ahead of Julia Simchen. So Anna Zaulita, 102.98. So no previous World Cup races on this track. Wasn't here in February. See a leaning head and the whole body, and here again onto the Kreisel. Didn't fight it too hard. Took the first pressure, not too much of a second pressure. That's where the speed came from. Clean looking run from Anna Zaulita. Now Alessandra Fumagalli of Italy, 24-year-old in her 17th World Cup start. 3 World Cup races and a Europe Cup weekend under her belt on this track. She's been 18th, 13th and 15th here. There you saw our current leader, Kim Marmans. She came out exactly halfway through the run, Kim. 17th out of 33. Best result on this track for Alessandra Fumagalli, 13th place. And that was the European Championships race at the end of 22-23. Billy Schneider, not a man for lots of yelling at the start, just go. In case there was any question, 5:53 getaway for Alessandra Fumagalli. 10th best velocity off the 9th best start. Little brush there, maybe 2-3. Little skid in 4. Early on to 5. Oh, and she's scritching and scratching her way down. Speed's going away. From 10th best velocity to 26th velocity. The sled is sideways everywhere. Valentina Margalio and Alessia Crippa has not got the control she needs, or cannot control the sled that she's got, one or the other. 102.94. We saw Coach Willi Schneider and he and his skeleton athletes starting to count down the days to the home Olympics for the Italians, Milano Cortina 2026. Oh, big skid. And again here, look at this. Huge hit there on the wall in the crossover. The timing doesn't have to be more than a fraction off, look really off. Kelly Curtis of the USA, one of 3 new mothers racing here this weekend. Another is one of her teammates, Kaylee Humphreys.
47,6 Kilometer pro Stunde, guter Wert. Amerikanerin.
4 previous World Cups on this track, 13th, 17th, 9th and 7th. So she's had a very good upward trajectory. 13th best start for Kelly, still finding that start speed fitness after becoming a mum. Best speed in the Kreisel, head buried. Absolutely buried. 10th best speed. Looking for a top 10 run here. Hasn't been inside the 20s so far this season. 15th best speed at the bottom. Can she get to the top 12? No, slips away a little to 16th. But still, that is going to be her first top 20 run of the season. Went with the flow there in the Kreisel. Look at the helmet. I mean, that is not an optical illusion. She is just chin tucked almost under the sledge. Little skid and a tap coming out of 14 and over the brow. That might have taken enough speed out to deny her a top 10. As it is, Kelly Curtis lying in 16th place. As we get to Kelly Delka, our 30th slider of 33 in today's field, from Puerto Rico, the former pole vaulter. Missed out on the race in China. 5 World Cup starts here in her career. Best of 19th in the 21-22 season. Second race. Ooh, little flop out of 3. Better from 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. 27th fastest start out of 30 at the moment. But she's finding a bit of speed on the ice. 20th best speed into the Kreisel. Nice exit as well from the Kreisel. Keeps it alive in a crossover. 19th best speed. Out of 14, pretty clean. 18th best speed. Can she creep up further in the top 20? 23rd at the line, 102.92. So 27th best start, 23rd at the line. Another good drive from Kelly Delka. And if this were a 2-heat race, would have, I think, pretty much guaranteed her a second run. As it is, 23rd for the moment.
3 Damen kommen in diesen Wettbewerb.
So as you can see, Kelly Delka walking her own sled in, coachless. Kim Marmons leads from Suzanne Freya and Hannah Neiser, 3 to go. Final 3 sleds here in Altenberg. 1 heat race for World Cup number 4 for women's skeleton. 31st of our starters is Grace Defoe from Canada. Only her 5th World Cup outing, her first here. She's done 3 Europe Cups back in 2017, 2 of them, and 2023, her most recent one. Her best World Cup result so far, 25th place in St. Moritz. And in the Asian races, 35th and 36th in Pyeongchang, 31st in China. So let's see if she can crack the top 30, and how close she might get to a 25th place finish. Nice quiet run so far. Too much meandering there, 2 to 3. Nicely onto 4, but steering hard and takes a little tap on the exit. .586 start, so not got a huge amount of speed on board. Really important then to get the clean exits or flop off 9. Quite a lot of tap dancing going on as well, lots of toe dragging. You see the legs counter steering all the time. That just shows that she's not quite got the line that she wanted. A tap out of 14. Crystal Eyes with 28th best speed into 15, 16, and the final corner 17 across the line. 29th place ahead of Katrina Eigenmann and Ana Torres Quevedo. Two sleds to go, 29th place at the moment. That might be her first top 30 finish of the season. Trying to hold the sled up for the line she wanted on the first pressure in the Kreisel, but didn't have enough speed for it to stay there. So you could see that the legs were dropping down, not following the head. Two to go, and Song CG of China is our penultimate slider. The 24-year-old in only her 5th World Cup race. 2 Europe Cup appearances on this track, so she has actually raced here before. And her last outing, 18th place in Beijing, her World Cup best result. But she is definitely limited on knowledge of this track. 581, just 0.05 of a second faster than Grace Defoe of Canada, who's just come down in 29th place, but a huge hit on the wall in corner 5. That's as big as we've seen in this heat. Not bad as she comes out of 9, somehow still got 18th best speed. 25th at the start, she's out to 27th place, ahead of Data Zunter and ahead of Liang Yuxin, her teammate. And the 4th Chinese slider comes across the line in 27th. 22nd, 26th, 18th, and what looks like it's likely to be 27th are her race results this season. And the late exit of 4, hard into the wall in 5, and then on to 6, she hits the wall again.
Weidemanns führt, hat also Silber sicher. Es wirkt in der Praxis sicherlich auch.
And our final slider from Belgium, Helene Pelkmans. So, trains with Kimberly Voss. Another Bromley slider. Let's see what she's got to start. 5.97. 30th starter in a field of 33. Anything she can do to outdrive that start will definitely help. Little skid going on to 4. Those crystals coming up in corner 5. It wasn't too bad. 8 looking okay. Corner 9. Not a bad exit. Don't overdrive it down the straight. 30th best speed. Ooh, lots of waving in the Kreisel. She was really keen on that exit. I mean, everybody is. 30th at the start. Dropping outside the 30 at the moment. 27th best speed. Is she going to be in the top 30? At the line, 31st place, 104.12. So 31st for Lena Pelkmans, 32nd Katrina Eigenmann, 33rd Ana Torres Quevedo. So that is one Belgian story, 31st place. 30 spots above her is her teammate Kim Milemans. She gets onto the Kreisel. Second pressure maybe worries her a little. Watch steering in the oscillation there. Little skidding as she tried to hold the line to get the exit she wanted. So Kim Milemans takes the win. Don't settle for silver. Unlikely Nat gets the gold medal. Her first medal of the season, and it is on the top step of the podium. The little Belgian had a bit of mixed fortunes when we were in Asia, 13th and 7th. Very changeable conditions in Pyeongchang, but the former silver medalist on this track now claims a gold. So for Kim Milemans, her first World Cup win of her career comes here in Altenberg. Suzanne Freya takes second, and Hannah Neiser gets the bronze medal, which means that Hannah Neiser now has 7 World Cup medals, all on different tracks. Gold in Lillehammer and Whistler, silver in Yangqing and Pyeongchang, bronze in Sigulda, Winterberg and Altenberg. Just outside the top 10, Jane Channel, Anna Fernstedt, Jackie Pfeiffer, Katie Eulander, lots of experience in there. Kelly Curtis, 16th, getting better and better on her return. And where the cutoff would have been in a 2-heat race, Anna Zaulitter, only 5th, just ahead of Julia Simchen. But one and done with heavy snow this morning. Meaning we only had a 1-heat race. The reason we don't have a 2-heat race is that after the men's competition this afternoon, we also have the first of our mixed team skeleton World Cups. So the programme is as follows. At 1300, which is midday GMT, which is in 25 minutes, we will get the men's skeleton race underway. And then at 1700 local, 1600 GMT, the mixed teams race. So if you're watching on the East Coast, 0700 for the men's skeleton. Kim Milemans, Suzanne Freya and Hannah Neiser, all products of the German sliding system. But the Belgian wins her first ever World Cup gold here on a snowy day in Altenberg. Congratulations to Kim Milemans. She moves up the order, not into the top 10 yet, but Hannah Neiser takes the leader's jersey away from Freya Tarbit, who sits to 3rd behind Hannah and Janine Flock, who remains 2nd. Kimberly Boss in 4th, ahead of Jackie Pfeiffer and Zhao Dan of China. So 3 British sliders still in the top 10. Race 1 winner Amelia Coltman in there as well. Anna Fernstedt creeping up towards the top 10. Nicole Silveira slipping out of it, having missed that race in China. The rest of the field, it's been a busy season already, the pre-Olympic season, and we have a new first-time winner. So 4 women's skeleton races in the IBSF World Cup season so far, and 4 first-time winners. When was the last time that happened? A long, long time ago. Well, that's it for the women. Men will be on ice at 1300 local, 1200 GMT, 25 minutes from now.
Here we go. So Kim Meilemans, congratulations on a fantastic win here in Altenberg, which was a little bit of a strange race.